Hi guys, welcome back to this sewing tutorial. Today we're gonna sew this beautiful sweater, perfect for chilly weather. It comes with a stylish cover up that adds an elegant touch, and you can easily remove it to wear just the sweater on its own. Perfect for my modest and hijabi girly. Let's start. You can find the Maya sweater in the description. To do this project, you will need the following materials. Before printing the entire pattern, start by printing only the first page. Measure the test square to ensure it's printing at the correct scale. Then you can process to print the rest of the pattern. Take the first and second pages. Each page is numbered. Trim the right-hand margin of page 1. Then overlap it into the left-hand margin of page 2. Make sure the alignment is precise by matching the guideline of both sheets. Once everything is correctly aligned, tape them together. Repeat this process for the entire first row. Trim the right margin of each page and overlap it onto the left margin of the next page. Once the first row is complete, follow the same step for the remaining rows. Don't forget to make sure that everything is perfectly aligned before taping. Now that all the rows are completed, take the first and second rows. Trim the top white margin of the second row along its entire length. Then, overlap it into the bottom white margin of the first row. Make sure the alignment is precise, then tape them together. Repeat this process for all the rows until the entire pattern is fully assembled. Perfect! It's time to select your size. Refer to the size chart in the instruction manual to determine your correct size. Detect the size on the pattern and cut it along. For this project, you will need a front piece, which is cut on the fold. The back piece also cut on the fold. 2 sleeves, both cut on the fold. Make sure to add notches at the top of each sleeves to help with alignment during sewing. You need 1 neck band, the front piece of the cover-up along with its lining. Both cut on the fold. Don't forget to add the notches for alignment. And finally, the back piece of the cover-up. Also cut on the fold with its lining. Don't forget the notches. With the front and back piece of the sweater, place them right side together. Make sure the shoulders are properly aligned, then pin them in place. Sew the shoulder seams using a 1 cm seam allowance, and don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and end to secure the stitches. To attach the sleeves, open the sweater so it lays flat. Take one of the sleeves, align it with the armhole. Use the notches of the sleeve to match with the center of the armhole. Then the ends of the sleeve with the ends of the sweater armhole. Make sure the right side of the sleeve is facing the right side of the sweater. Pin the sleeve in place. Repeat those steps for the other sleeve. Sew along the armhole seam with the giving seam allowance, that is 1 cm. When you reach the center of the armhole, if the seam allowance is not serged, gently open the seam allowance. This will help reduce bulk in the center of the armhole, make it lay flatter, and ensure a smoother finish. Don't forget your back stitch. It's time to sew the side seams. Fold the sweater right sides together. Ensure the side seams and sleeve seams align perfectly. Pin the center of the sweater first, then pin from the bottom of the sweater to the cuff of the sleeve. Repeat these steps for the other side. Then sew from the cuff of the sleeve to the bottom of the sweater in one continuous line. Do the same step for the other side. To attach the collar, turn the sweater right side out. Align the neck opening of the sweater with the center back and the center front of the neckband. If the neckband is a bit too long, cut the excess. When everything is well aligned, cut 1.5 cm off the neckband. Perfect. Take the neckband, sew at 1.5 cm from the edge, right side together. Because we took off 3 cm of the neckband, we're going to stretch the neckband gently and evenly along the length to make it slightly wider. Fold the neckband in half lengthwise with the wrong side together, then open the seam allowance to make it lay flatter. Now you can align the right edge of the folded neckband with the neckline of the sweater. Open the seam of the neckline to make it flatter. Then align the shoulder seams with the neckband seams. Pin them together. As you pin, gently stretch the neckband slightly to ensure it fits evenly around the neckline. Sew the neckband with 1 cm of seam allowance. If necessary, you can serge or zigzag stitch the edge. Then press the seam allowance of the neckband downward towards the sweater. Top stitch along the neckband edge for a polished finish. The last step for the sweater is to finish the cuff and the hem. Fold the sleeve cuffs 4 cm to the inside. Pin in place and all around the cuff. Repeat this step for the other cuff and also for the hem of the sweater. Before sewing the cuff and hem, measure a 3 cm seam allowance on your machine. Then sew on the right side of the fabric. This will create a cleaner and more polished finish. Do a gentle press on the sweater, and now it's time for the cover-up. Take the front and back pieces of the cover-up main fabric and place them right sides together. Use the notches to align the sides properly. Pin both sides and sew them. Repeat these steps for the lining pieces of the cover-up. To attach the lining to the main fabric, place the right sides together. Align and pin the colors of both layers. Open the seam allowance of both the main fabric and the lining to make everything lay flatter. Then, sew along the collar to secure them. Don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and the end. Now that the collar is sewed, turn the lining so the right side is facing out. Then, place it inside the main fabric and aligning the edges. For this step, watch closely what I'm doing. I start by taking the side of the main fabric and the side of the lining. Then, I turn them outward so both layers are right side together. I keep the seam allowance of both the main fabric and the lining open, then pin them in place. I continue aligning the rest of the cover-up's edges. Make sure the main fabric and the lining are right side together. Watch the video again for a clearer demonstration. You can see all the edge is right side together. Now that everything is pinned, it's time to sew. Start with a back stitch and sew the edge with a 1 cm seam allowance. At the end, stop about 10 cm before finishing to leave an opening. Use the opening to pull the cover up through, turning right side out. Place the cover up properly. To close the opening, fold the 1 cm seam allowance inside and sew along the edge to secure it. Don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and the end. Ta-da! Now you're done with your sweater! I hope you enjoy making the Maya sweater. Let me know in the comments how it went. Feel free to send me pictures of your project. That way we can build a modest sewing community together. Okay, bye!